Hi guys, it's me, your girl Chris. This is episode 132 of Shenanigans. What show is this? Shenanigans with Friends. Y'all, Tamara here. This did not go how it was supposed to go.
Sounds about right for us.
Guys, hey, 132. Tamara's here. This is your first, technically your first time being on the show.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I have arrived. Mama, I made it. P.O.P. Hold it down. You know what I'm saying? And, I just feel so blessed. Highly
I'm blessed
favored.
to have you as a friend and as a friend on the show. So this is amazing.
Yes.
So let me just, I guess it's the part where I tell you guys about my week a little bit. I don't really know what's the best thing that happened this week. I don't really know the best thing that happened this week. Probably like Power episode was really good. And then like today, I just got like this super burst of energy. Also found a couple of my anxiety pills. Haven't taken them yet, but I think I'm going to try. So I haven't been on my medication for like a while, right? So I'm going to try to just like have the bottle like visible to see if that like, if I can like help like kind of like decloud a little bit, if that makes sense. Like, cause I don't think I want to take it.
Right.
Like, I really don't like the way I feel like the medicine makes me feel worse than I feel when I'm already down. And so I don't want to do that, but I think if I like can visualize that, then like it'll help me, if that makes sense. I sound high as fuck, but I think that makes sense.
No. I'm gonna tell you why it makes sense, because somebody was telling me, just like with the whole consistency and like retraining your mind or whatever, he told me this story about this dude who lost all this weight. But how the journey started is, first he just bought some shoes and he would just look at the shoes every day. Didn't even put them on yet. Then he would try them on every day. Then he would walk to the front door. So like he just kept doing things, and there was something about looking at the shoes, putting them on, drive to the gym, not even go to the gym yet. That was like building this habit. So eventually, he went to the gym and worked out and all that stuff, but it started with just the visualization of the shoes. So to me, it makes sense.
Well, so we'll see, but yeah. So I think that's pretty much. Oh, and somebody said I look like a man this week, so that was hilarious to me. So like,
I saw that.
I think that was the best part of my week.
I didn't understand what was happening, but.
Who does? Like, nobody does. But I think, yeah, so that's it, basically. Just, hater shit. But what was the best thing that happened to you this week, Tamara? What's going on with you?
Well, first and foremost, I just want to thank God for this opportunity to be on Shenanigans with Friends podcast. And I just want to, why this is the best part of my week, because you had a previous guest on here by the name of J Boog from J's Quick 3. And she made it a point to talk about how she was on the show before me. And my life has been in shambles ever since then, which is not a lie, because we've been in the middle of a pandemic. So I just feel like this is redemption. I feel like you saved the best for last.
Truly.
I am Kaylin's favorite, so this is what we just discovered, because
just right now.
Yeah, like literally just said to say he loves me, and he saw that it was me, so he knew. So this is amazing.
Said, good luck recording.
Yes.
Have fun. Tell your friend I love her.
Yes, so I just feel blessed. You know what I'm saying? Because I know he didn't say that for Jay, so. Yes.
But I do want to say Kailani was also in the room, and she is standing very firm in Jay being her favorite. So she didn't make an appearance. She didn't really say too much.
We didn't need that part. That's okay.
Okay, I'm sorry. I just wanted to. I was just trying to make it even. So I mean, really, the real question is, what are the rest of us gonna do? Because I don't have no more kids for people to pick favorite.
I guess there's nobody. That's okay.
Oh well.
Yeah. That aside, though, on a serious note, I love you, Jay. So you know what it is. But I put in my 2-week notice at my job, so your listeners are hearing it before my listeners.
Yes, exclusive on that ass.
Yes, so this is the hot take. Y'all the first. I don't even know if that's really a hot take. Hot off the press. There we go.
There you go. Extra.
Yes. Super exciting though. I started a consulting company, just to give y'all some background. I launched it last month. I mean, end of July officially. And yeah, we've just reached this point where just stepping out, and there's a bunch of opportunities that are being presented to me to where, you know what I'm saying, my job is holding me back from investing in my company. So
never that.
Right. You know what I'm saying? So I'm excited just because I'll get to do more of what I love. Like I'll have more time, own my time, and get to create more content, stuff that like I've wanted to do, even if it's just silly videos that I just really haven't had time for. So super exciting. Best part of my week.
Awesome. And I told you this already, but I just want to tell you again, I am so fucking proud of you. Like truly. And that's it, because you know we ain't no Charmin ass niggas.
Right. I'm like, Chris, don't have me on
How
here.
you feel? I just want to tell you I love you, and I'm so proud of you. Okay.
Thank you.
All right, so let's get into these shenanigans. Boo! I hate that this list starts. Okay, so I will talk about him, but I kind of want to like. Okay, Michael K. Williams, guys. If you guys don't know him, like his best role, in my opinion, was when he played Omar Little on The Wire. If you guys have never seen that show, why? I would. Oh, Jesus Christ!
I know.
And like the look on your face is this bitch ain't seen this.
I know.
It's so good.
I know.
It's
and
so
everyone
good.
tells me I should watch it, but you know how I've been with TV shows. So
I understand. Season 1 is amazing. Season 2 is real, just like about the white cops and like the docs and like shit like that. So if you can get past season 2, like the rest of it is fucking amazing. Like season 2 is just a lot of like. Season 2 was like for me informational. Like to kind of figure out the like what's in like where's and like and then you get back to like the street shit in the third one. Like
okay.
But so good. But basically, at first we didn't know because it happened on Monday afternoon. We weren't really quite sure what happened. And then investigators found drug paraphernalia near his body. They don't say what kind of drug paraphernalia, but there is talks and whispers that he might have passed away from a fentanyl overdose. Guys, this shit is so sad because he was only 54. Just finally getting true recognition. As good as The Wire is, they never won any awards. Often nominated, never won the awards. So for him to have come off of Lovecraft Country and finally start getting recognition for his roles, that's the part that's sad to me, because like we really like artistic people really do like we really fucking bust our ass and nobody ever fucking winks their or blinks their eye at us. You know what I'm saying? And so then when you finally reach that like pinnacle, like of people that you wouldn't even expect to be recognizing you, like recognize you, and then this happens. I just want to take a moment just to remind you guys that like y'all probably couldn't afford the drugs he was getting. So if his drugs are laced with fentanyl, I really need you guys to be careful about the shit that you guys are getting from a nigga that didn't graduate high school. You know what I'm saying? Like, my thing is like when white stuff start happening to black people, that's where I have to put my fucking foot down. No, like, look, because it's like, but I used to say it's the exact same thing, right? Because like when crack was happening, they was blaming it on everything else besides the fact that it was fucking crack, right? And then when white people are having their opioid issue, like it's like stop the whole world. We gotta, so I'm afraid that we're running into that same thing because more Black people and people of color are experiencing these same fates that at first it was a big deal when all the white people were dying from fentanyl and all shit like that. But now that more of us are starting to, I fear that like the urgency is going to slow down. And that's very terrifying for me.
And he's not the only one this week that
Three
yeah,
comedians,
exactly. That's yep.
Literally died in the same fucking room off of this exact same thing. Like, so we're talking about a handful of people in a 7-day span from this same thing.
Yeah, and that's the thing is that I mean, if you're gonna do what you're gonna do, you have to. It has to be somebody you trust in all things. Because
you low key need to just make it yourself. Like, if
like,
I can be
like for real. But I don't know, because if you want some dumb Kanan stuff, maybe not.
Maybe don't do it.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
No, but yeah, you really got to be careful. I don't care if you don't know them personally, and I don't know, because it's just, this is what I tell my kids
even then though.
I know, and that's what I'm saying. Like, even then, it got to be somebody you're willing to like put your life in their hands, and there's very few people that I'm pretty sure you could say that about. So everybody does what they do for different reasons, so I'm not here to tell anybody not to do what they do. But what I even tell my kids with things like this is, you just don't know. Some people try to be funny, some people are trying to stretch stuff, some people don't really know the harm that it's going to cause to the next person, and some people are just grimy and they don't care. You don't want to take that chance though, because when you get into those man-made drugs, that's when it's even like more dangerous. So, yeah.
I mean, like you said, I'm not gonna tell people what to do, but I'm gonna always be an advocate for drugs with the least amount of ingredients and no preparation time. That's all I'm saying. You feel me? So, and I'll leave it at that. I prefer my drugs one step. You feel me? Like, I don't want to dirty no dishes. Like, I don't want to bend no spoons. I don't want to do any of that. Like,
that part.
But man, so fucking Hollywood is reeling, naturally so. Like, and I don't want to dwell on this. Like, it's super sad. They are looking for his drug dealer though, which is interesting enough. And when they find him, he will be a grimy ass nigga that do not care. Like,
right, most likely.
So rest in peace. If you guys haven't seen The Wire, please watch it. If you haven't seen Lovecraft Country, please fucking watch that. Like, if you watch nothing else, watch that. Like, but everything that he did was just he just put everything into each like role that I've seen him in. And then there's like, y'all, it's videos of him on the internet, like just true black boy joy, like really just. I don't know.
And even what they're saying about just him as a person, because that's the interesting thing when certain
drugs come up,
they'll
be like, "Oh, he was grimy," or
no. I'm saying the people that have had positive things to say about like him as a good person. I saw that he was an activist and involved in stuff like that. And it's kind of like, to going back to the whole drug piece, people do drugs for different reasons, and a lot of times it's usually because they're trying to escape something. Like, the average person is not taking drugs to be a grimy person. They have demons that they're battling that are too much for them to handle, and they're trying to numb that stuff. And certain things are gateway drugs, and I'm not talking about the one step, but when you get into having money, you have access to things that us poor people can't afford. You know what I'm saying? Right. So it's kind of, or you at these Hollywood parties where everything, I mean, they even have
things are being just passed around, like, and for free.
Exactly. Whoever's hosting the party will supply all this stuff, and I only seen that life on TV. I really don't. I don't know nothing about that.
I don't know drugs on platters like hors d'oeuvres. Like, I don't know.
But I believe it because people talk about it. You know what I'm saying? So it's really unfortunate.
It really is. So I'm gonna leave that at that. Rest in peace, MK Dub.
Yep.
All right. speaking of things that's really hard for me to grasp this week, Tyrese Gibson. You guys remember him. What more do you want from me? Like, he says that he's lost roles to Terrence Howard because of colorism. Now, here's my disclaimer. Y'all want to talk about colorism? We can fucking talk about colorism, right? That's something that we can definitely have a whole discussion about. That's not why Tyrese Gibson isn't getting roles that Terrence Howard is getting.
That just...
A movie could ask for a polka dot colored man. And if you and Terrence Howard are the two niggas coming, they're gonna pick Terrence Howard.
I'm sorry, because you have seen
a polka dot man driving in a fucking two-door fucking car next to Paul Walker. Like, if that's not the movie role, like, I don't really know.
Because I'm sorry, because you have seen Tyrese as Hustle and Flow, because you have seen him on Empire.
He's supposed to be a rapper. Like, could you imagine?
Could you see him in anything Terrence Howard was in?
No.
Could you see him in the Ashanti video? Let's go back there. Like, I was reading that like, come on now. What are you doing? Why are we here? Why are you saying these things?
So we're trying to let's switch it. Could you see Terrence Howard in Baby Boy?
Oh my gosh. Nah, man.
You know, make me some tacos, man.
Right. That movie would not have gone like that. Like,
listen,
they're not even the same. No,
they're not the same. I'm sorry, Tyrese. I know you've been around for a while. Coca-Cola commercials and whatnot. You feel me? Soundtracks.
Right. And I guess Roman riding, driving around.
I mean, I guess, but also we're like 8 movies too many on that as well. Like, I mean, after Too Fast, Too Furious, that was cool.
We have definitely strayed far away from the path that I originally thought we were going to be on. I don't know how they out here
cars right. And shit,
they out here cyber hacking, winning against assassins that are trained. I haven't understood.
Don't you remember when Fast and the Furious was just about stealing fucking TV VCR combos?
Yeah. I'm not gonna pretend like I know what happened or how we arrived here. Even though I've seen them all and I watched them all.
Is it Bow Wow's fault?
Probably.
Was it Tokyo Drift? I don't listen. Tyrese, honey, I don't want you to go into a spiral, okay? It's important for me to explain that you and Terrence Howard are not on the same acting tier. To be honest, can I be honest? Is this my show? May I be frank? I don't need neither one of you motherfuckers in the movie. There's that. But like, I mean, Tyrese, honey, like, I don't know. What do we need to do for him? Because every time he comes out with anything after this, at this point, like, it's just like, what are you saying? What's happening?
Well, he said he's the star of some movies coming out, and
he wants Terrence Howard to play.
No, apparently he put Terrence Howard on, and he's been thanking him for a week. Why did you need all that, sir?
Because he did not neglect to tell you that at first the niggas wanted him to play it. Mm-hmm. He was like, nah. Let me give it to somebody like Terrence Howard. Like
make that make sense.
What role was good for you, and then it's okay to roll over.
That's that part
where they was like, anybody like Terrence Howard or like Tyrese Gibson, like anybody, like, is this a black guy?
Right, because there's truly a comparison. They truly are the same caliber of actor. Clearly.
Tyrese is just Terrence, dark skin. That's what he said.
That is what he said.
I'd like to see an audition tape for any of the roles Terrence Howard has been in. I'd like to see Tyrese audition for DJ.
I
You
like
know
to
those.
see him audition for Lucius Lyon because
I
what?
love that. I'd like him to be hooked up to an IV in a
Yep.
hospital bed and just
Yep.
be real sick. And
Well,
then I want
old
you to jump
girl.
up,
Yep.
right,
Yep.
and
Yep.
be okay. Snatch your
Yep.
shit out. I want all of that. I want you to shun your sons, and
Yep.
I want you to fucking betray your family, all
Yep.
in this one clip. I need it
Mhm.
all. I also
Because
need him with that coat, the Lucius Lyons coat. I need that.
Yep. Because if what? Because girl, listen, I was reading that like, what? You said that out loud? Like on somebody's show. That's the crazy part. So like it's out there forever.
And he's like, Terrence and I are cool or whatever, like, because like this doesn't exist. That's why y'all friends,
right?
Because when he see you, he pat you on your head and be like, all right, like, all right, Tyrese, all right, let's move on. Speaking of people cosplaying other things, I don't really know where to go with this. Balenciaga, everybody's favorite thing they can't spell, right? They have these sweatpants that cost $1,100, and they are just regular sweatpants. I meant to find out how to pronounce this. They're described as Trump Liolet. I think
was
that's right.
hoping you would know because I didn't know.
Or something like that. But it's a French expression for an optical illusion, right? And you're like, how could you make an optical illusion for pants, right? Okay, so it's some regular ass gray sweats. And then about this much over the band of the sweatpants, there is a sewn fake boxer onto the top of it. So if you close your eyes, are you imagining you're on a bus stop in the 90s? If you are, then you are correct in what you are seeing. They are basically, they made some pants that look like they're sagging. That's the best way I could describe them, right?
Yep,
Is that
yep,
accurate?
That is completely.
What's the problem here?
There's so many.
Where do we start?
Because who said, you know what? Give me sweaty butt crack in the 90s, standing on the corner, running in the summer, playing basketball, not going home and taking a shower.
Wake up, rinse, repeat.
Yes, who said that's the vibe?
Is it gentrification? Like, it feels gentrified as fuck. Because, and this is why I'm going to say that, because a black person isn't going to buy these.
Right.
The only people that are going to buy these are Caucasian boys.
The same people, well, no, because this was girls, who said that a do-rag was the new silky, whatever the hell they called it.
Bitch, a what?
Yes.
Where did I miss this? Why did I miss this?
This was like a few years ago where there was a blonde hair white girl. I should have like sent that link because it's pretty much the same thing, but it was a blonde hair white girl who had a black do-rag on her blonde hair. For what? You don't need it. And it was called the new silky something. Yes.
Not causing static electricity, bitch. Like
that part. So I definitely agree that that's what it is, gentrification. I struggle with people saying it's racist because appropriation, sure, but stealing culture doesn't make it racist. And this is, yeah.
It makes them jealous. It doesn't make them racist.
And yes,
it would be racist if it came with a black charcoal mask. Like, now it's racist.
Oh gosh.
Then it's racist, guys.
Yeah, but otherwise, like, it's stupid though. That's for sure. Whoever buys that, like, do you like $1,100 really? Because you really, hey, like, real talk. I don't know who be listening to your show, but if y'all out there, listen, I got you for 500. I will make this for you.
We will cut that price in half.
Just get at me. Tamara the Dawn at gmail.com.
Free
Submit your
shipping,
order.
probably.
Girl, absolutely. Baylor voice. Yes, definitely free shipping.
The problem that I have, well, one of the problems that I have with this is, so you're selling these $1,100 pants, and you think that you're appropriating like street culture, right? But like, you talk about little niggas not knowing where that sagging shit came from. Like, Brent from the north suburbs has no fucking clue that that's some fucking prison shit.
Exactly.
Like, we be trying to get you niggas out here with y'all butts out now to fucking understand that's some prison shit. So, but the white boy is taking these pants up to the hills, my nigga, like.
And like, I can't stand sagging. Like, I hate it. But who would intentionally buy some $1,100 pants?
Pre-sagging.
Right. It's not even real sagging. Like, it's not even authentic sagging.
It's a faux sag.
Yes, that is exactly what it is. Terrible.
I just, guys, I don't understand. I've also, since we're talking about white people and doing weird stuff with stuff that we just wear, what's this fucking thing with these dirty ass Air Force Ones? As a person from the Midwest, I
saw that today.
I cannot fucking deal, my nigga.
Yeah,
Air Force Ones are not to be worn like that at all.
Like, if you're going, see, what I will give Balenciaga is that at least they are, even though it's faux sagging, they are, you know what I'm saying, sticking to the script of what sagging is supposed to be.
Right.
If you're going to, with the Air Force Ones, wherever you saw this and decided you wanted to wear them, you should have done a little bit more research to understand they're not supposed to be dirty
at all,
ever.
And if you're thinking, well, what about the grimy niggas that be like, don't care? Those niggas buy black ones. Because the niggas that are wearing white ones are being very flossy, and there is no, like, we don't even get that many uses out of. I literally wear my Air Force Ones like every other quarter, nigga. Like, I'm like, it's been about 6 months since I've worn them. It may be time, like, but like, they're giving me, they bought them and then they just like, they skipped them across the pond. Like, I don't know. Like, I'm not sure how you really achieve such dirtiness. Nigga, yeah, I've never seen such dirty shoes in my whole life. And it was a whole group of them. Like they had a fucking Air Force One stomping out party. Like, and I just
seems
don't
like
understand.
The shoes were leaning too. Like, did you get them from the Goodwill or? But if you got them from the Goodwill, who got them that dirty? So that doesn't even make sense either.
None of this makes sense. Like, and honestly, if a pair of Air Force Ones is at the Goodwill and y'all don't let a homeless man take them, you guys are like, what is happening?
Yeah, they were dirty. It was terrible.
Like offensive dirty. Like, they were very much dogged.
Clean shoes. You know how there are just certain Black traditions that no one really teaches us. I haven't really taught my kids this, but somehow you just know. That's just one of those things. That's not something that was ever taught. Like, my kids are all like that, where they like to keep their shoes clean, especially my son, of course. Don't want to walk a certain way to not crease them. I ain't teach you that. You know what I'm saying? There's just certain traditions. It's in our DNA to just know and see. That's why things are cultural, and if you're going to embrace them in such a manner and you don't have the DNA to just pass down from the ancestors to tell you what you're supposed to do,
right?
That's why your shoes are dirty.
But it's like, I was gonna say, like, if I was a white mom, like, I feel like if I was a white mom, I'd still be like, Becky, what the fuck? Becky, why are your shoes so randy right now, bitch? Like, what is happening? Like, Becky, throw those shoes away. Like, I literally don't think I could let Becky walk out the house. Like,
it depends, because if they have a lot of money, probably not. Because I've noticed that people that I tend to know that have a lot of money, and we can just buy more, we can just, and they don't appreciate things as they should, because it's almost like unlimited resources. So they're just like, well, they can just whatever. And maybe that's why, or maybe they really were just walking around in the dirt fields at a bonfire, and the ash from the bonfire.
it literally, like, their shoes are giving me pumpkin patch vibes.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, that something
like,
had to be last,
just
like two falls ago, though. Not like not recent, not this year.
Not like you could go like and it come off.
No, absolutely
it's
not.
like it's in there. It's in there. So,
like one of them shoe people got to restore them for you. Like
one of them shoe people.
Yeah, yeah, you know what I mean.
You know, I immediately thought about those fucking little shoe elves, nigga. Like who fucking you was fixing the bottom of niggas' shoes while they was sleeping shit.
That they gotta come too, shoot. But it might be too much for them. It might be like, nigga, you tripping. I'm not doing this.
Here's our invoice. I don't know what you want us to do with this.
Right.
Here's the money. Here's this what it costs for us to drive over here. Okay, so let's move on. Speaking of white people, so listen, I love Amazon, right? Like I literally use Amazon for like so much in my life. I haven't gotten to the part where I've done like Amazon pantry, like a few times, like really like maybe like for things that like I can't find like locally here. So, but I'm not like a super like Amazon freak, but I do fucking love Amazon. Like
I love because especially my daughter has Prime really cheap, so
for students,
yeah, getting things in 2 days is amazing. I love Amazon.
Very clutch, very clutch. So they sell everything, and then a lot of times you have like third-party sellers that sell.
I was trying to think of which
where
one
we're going.
Was. Yeah, now I'm tracking with you.
Gotcha. All right, cool. So, and sometimes they have third-party sellers, right? So these third-party sellers are like, "Hey, I got this coffee table," and Amazon's like, "Oh, okay, that's cool." And they like put it on the website, and they're like, "Oh, we need some pictures." And they're like, "Oh, okay," like boom, boom, boom. So I feel like Amazon can't possibly look at all the pictures that people are uploading for their personal things because Amazon got like their whole own inventory to make sure they got pictures and shit up. So they're really leaving it up to you to make sure that you have a nice and accurate depiction of the thing that you're selling. So there's a coffee table on Amazon. It's nice, very like farmhousey.
Yeah, definitely.
It's giving me like if I like seaside by the seashore, like, like
and they got the barn doors on,
or like that,
yep, definitely.
So wood top, white painted wood, the rest of it away, like it's a decent looking coffee table, right? But you could just like stop and look at the coffee table and be like, that's the coffee table I want. Or you could be shocked that on that coffee table is a book that says The State of White Supremacy.
Yep.
I'm gonna tell you guys it's not a real book. So let's not get up in arms, except let's get up in arms of why you making a fake ass white supremacy book to put on a coffee
Wait,
table.
It's not a real book?
No,
because
it's not a real book.
Wow.
It's not a real book. It's not a real book. That is just a fucking digitized fake book sat on my table.
I am dead. Because wow.
Okay, so the initial one was taken down. It was first posted on TikTok by a person just being like, here I am just fucking browsing Amazon and fucking a white supremacy fucking book is on top of a table that I'm interested in buying. And like, are you conflicted? Do you buy it still?
Right. Because are you assuming that the book is coming with it? And what if there were people that did? Yeah.
Just thinking the book was coming with it.
And they were upset that it didn't.
Dear Amazon.
Yep.
I have yet to receive.
You filthy bastards.
Filthy race mixing. Like. Okay. Okay, so
that's crazy. I really thought it was a real book. That's wild.
It's bitch. That's the part that is killing my soul. It's because I don't understand why y'all would make a fake white supremacy book. Specifically, the state of it, like
because there's clearly cause for concern that it might
that
not
white
be
supremacy. It may not be here in West Long.
Right. It might not be at the level to which the seller or whoever hoped that it would be, or
like, and we got to do something about it.
Right.
And we got to do something about it
because it's in danger of being.
White supremacy is an endangered species. Listen,
right.
Okay, so that table was sold for $159, book not included because it don't exist. They took that down. But then there was other listings that appear to feature the book as well. It is a different coffee table, but basically identical. I'm gonna.
Is it the same seller or is it a different seller?
Doesn't say. So it doesn't say that it's the same company, but what it does say, I can tell you about this one. Let's see. Sorry, Josh is like texting me and it's popping up on my screen. Okay, so it's still here. I'm gonna show it. I'm gonna just pull it up because it's the same. It's the same fucking table basically. Come on, Amazon. There we go. All right. It's so funny because every time I try to do this, I can't never do it. This is hilarious. All right, let's see. All right, share screen. Autumn be doing this shit like nothing.
Girl, I'll be practicing before the episode now that I do it more, just so that it's like ready. Because
and maybe that's what I should have did. Okay, but anyway. Yeah, because it's not working. Okay, so anyway, so it's the same exact coffee table. Oh, wait, there we go. Come on. All right, I think we got it.
Okay.
So it's the same exact coffee table, right? Let's click into Zoom over it. Let me go do this. And if you look at it, it's just backwards. And it's like almost like they didn't even can you see it? So oh my God, bitch. Okay. So how about when I saw this?
Does it look like they tried to cover yeah, I see it.
Listen, last night when I found these links and I was sending it to you, I clicked on that link to bring it up. And that wasn't like that. It just said white supremacy, but mirrored backwards. So you couldn't immediately read it. But now I'm looking at it and you can clearly see it. They hella paint, they've hella windows painted.
Right, because you can see that it still is there. They didn't even do Windows paint. They did it on their iPhone on, I forget what the editing thing is called, but super ghetto.
That's another book. Super ghetto. Okay, so yeah. So that's hilarious because that was not like that when I checked this link earlier. So that's hilarious. Even funnier thing about this whole situation is that if you pick on another finish of the color of that table, it's not there. So it's the white supremacy for white wood and not white woodpeckers.
Okay.
Because if you go to another color, it's not like it's not nowhere there. Like you get other stuff. You got like you get like little like candles and like home decor.
Or
and only on that white table.
Wait. Now I want you to just let me go here for a second.
Let's do it.
So you said it's only on certain finish. Is it the same price as the other ones? Because if it is,
so the brown one is not cheaper.
Because now
it's not a spiral.
Because listen,
the black one is the same price, $117.88.
Okay, so that ruins my. I'm gonna go there anyway. Oh,
but it's considered gray though, so it's not really black. So you got the brown one, a gray one, and then the white one.
And the white one is cheaper. It's interesting because, well, where I was going is, remember when all that Wayfair stuff was going on, where them one chest or whatever it was, right, cost like thousands of dollars, and it shouldn't have been that high. I was thinking it was maybe something like that, where the ones with the white supremacy book were letting people know this is the one that's going to get you whatever it is that you're trying to buy, and that's why it's not on all of them, because it's a clue and only certain people are going to know. And clearly the TikToker didn't know, because that's why he tweeted and he exposed their whole operation. He exposed it. Oh. Got to be more careful.
Wow. But I think that's hilarious that they hella like fucking
just ghetto.
Hella Pixar'd like the fucking
like a perfectionist like me, you know what I'm saying? Like you wouldn't have known that it was still under that. You would have thought it was never there. Like just
when you zoom in, you could totally tell. That's so hilarious. Okay, let's move on. Let's talk about some shit that these next two stories are just gonna be about like things that just don't make sense to me. Like, so there's that. Let's start with Grimace from McDonald's.
I've been waiting on this. I have been waiting on this.
So we've seen Grimace along with the Hamburglar and the mayor of Hamburger Town or whatever the fuck. We've seen all these people. They used to be like really like major players like in the like advertising part of McDonald's when we were younger. So now like kids just get like the Ronald McDonald, but we used to have the whole gang. Like they were like very heavily in the commercials and all of that. Gang. So I found some disturbing news this week, and I don't really know how to take it because I
don't know if I actually needed this. Like this is very,
I don't think I did.
Disheartening, really.
It is. So the Grimace. What did you think he was?
Some sort of animal? Like
it's not an animal.
I mean, well, because he was just a purple thing. Yeah, so like I don't know what animal I thought, but I was a kid, so it was an animal. It wasn't a human, you know what I'm saying? So
I don't think it definitely wasn't human. Yeah. I don't know what I thought it was. Just like a fucking
not what they're saying though.
A purple ass nigga that like hamburgers. Like
I mean, we had Barney, so I didn't think it was a dinosaur, but I just thought it was something.
It's like a fucking animal. McDonald thing. I don't know. Like but you know, with everybody being on lockdown and needing answers for things.
Yeah, unfortunately.
For some reason, a Canadian news anchor was interviewing he was the manager of the year through the COVID-19 thing.
How does that even happen? I bet you his McFlurry shake always works. Because if it don't, he shouldn't be getting manager of the year of nothing. Because
outstanding manager of the year.
Right, because you ain't managing. They always got shakes there. That's in Canada. Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right. Now I know where I got to go to get my McFlurry.
Yeah, right. And go see Drake while I'm up there.
Right. Roll through the 6 with my McFlurry.
Yes.
Okay. So outstanding manager of the year, Brian Bates, okay? And they're interviewing him, and he's like, okay, if you're trying to get this, but you only got this amount of money, you could do this. You could, like, he basically giving you all, like, the homie hookup, like, how you can hook up a McDouble to make it taste like a big, he doing all of that shit, right? And somehow we get to the nigga saying, like, what is that? What is Grimace? He's a purple blob. Like, what is he? He be kicking it with Mayor McCheese. That's his name, Mayor McCheese. Kicking it with Mayor McCheese, kicking it with Ronald McDonald. And they are saying he is an enormous taste bud. Now, wait. I'm like, okay, taste bud, taste homie, because he always be kicking it, right? Taste buddy. I get it. He like a taste homie. Okay, so, but why is he purple? Why is he out of a mouth? Like, are you not a dead taste bud now? Like, taste buds just don't be like living without where they supposed to be tasting for. Like,
and why is his name Grimace?
And why is his name Grimace? Because Grimace is like,
right,
like you,
exactly.
like you don't like it, like you don't like that shit. So like, if you a grimacing ass taste bud, you really don't like McDonald's.
Girl, what if it's like a conspiracy because I don't even know. Everything's
what
a
if
conspiracy
Grimace?
Right now.
What if Grimace is an undercover Burger King agent sent to find out how they get their French fries so good, or whatever?
Kind of like Plankton on
SpongeBob. But he's deep undercover. He don't even know he not Ronald's friend no more. Like, but okay. See, this has come up before, though. In 2012, somebody tweeted McDonald's, and McDonald's said that, I'm going to read exactly what they said. Grimace is the embodiment of a milkshake, though others insist he's a taste bud. Smiley face. Bitch, how is he I don't think of a milkshake when I see him.
Okay, first of all, what purple milkshake has McDonald's ever had? That's number one. Number two, how does the embodiment of a milkshake stay together outside of a glass? Like, what is happening? I don't want that milkshake. It's way too thick.
Why is
it's not melting? Like,
so thick.
What is happening?
I also don't really care to have my milkshake with a face on it. I just don't understand, like, what is the, it's just like, did I tell you guys? I don't know if I told you guys. So I bought this like fucking like cleaner spray, and the smell, bitch, is lemon sparkle zest. And I was like, what the fuck is sparkle zest? What am I like? What is that? What am I smelling when I smell? Like, what is that? So like, what is the embodiment of a milkshake? Like, what's the embodiment of a milkshake? If it ain't a milkshake, like.
It's making like my head hurt. I'm trying to make it make sense.
The essence of a milkshake.
But what is the essence of a milkshake? Like, what is that?
I don't know. So basically, I have more questions than I have answers, and I'm sorry I brought this up, guys.
He a taste bud. Childhood.
He a taste bud. He be walking on the ground. I don't know what any of this means.
That is disgusting. Ew.
I don't know what any of this means. I don't. I wish I did. Let's
and they hold up and they be like touching him and stuff. So like you touch
like, hugging him and like
taste buds. What? That is very disturbing. That is.
I don't want that.
That's gross.
Yeah, like he just be like, he's like frolicked before. Like this is a lot of like just open air around my taste buds that I don't really need. I don't think like
taste bugs dancing around with they homies that are not other taste bugs,
not other taste buds.
Yeah, like what?
Where are all the rest of the taste buds?
And whose mouth did he come out of?
Whose mouth? Mayor McCheese, maybe.
And why is he so like?
Why does Mayor McCheese eat cheeseburgers?
I have a lot of questions, actually.
Why does he eat cheeseburgers?
It's probably why we don't see them anymore, because they got exposed. Yeah. And they're like, you know what? We didn't think this through.
How you a mayor? You be ordering cheeseburgers. How you a cheeseburger head and you be eating cheeseburgers? Like, is that cannibalism?
It
Is he a
absolutely is.
hamburger? But is he a hamburger? Like, he got a body. Like, is he a hamburger? Or did he get a hamburger head transplant?
Well, Chris, if taste buds clearly can walk around freely outside of mouths, the sky is the limit on a hamburger head that apparently isn't a cannibal if it eats other hamburgers. Because
he got a, I don't know. I can't. Okay.
This is giving me very Silence of the Lambs vibes. Poor little Clarice.
It puts the cheeseburger in the basket.
Right. This is crazy.
Okay, so speaking of other stuff that I just refuse to have niggas make me believe, and I want y'all to think.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, I know. This time I know where you're going, and this is another one.
Guys, this comes up often. Every couple of years, this pops up. And I really don't try to give you guys old news, but it came up again recently. And I just cannot. Sanrio, the company that makes Hello Kitty, Batsumaru, like all the other fucking Sanrio characters. I was a super big fan of Batsumaru. I used to be a very moody teenager, and he fit my personality. So, but then I grew up and I like loved Hello Kitty. I used to like think I was gonna be that lady, like with an apartment with like everything Hello Kitty, like
I know somebody
like a Hello Kitty toaster and like a Hello Kitty like everything. Like
I know somebody. They are not quite that extreme, but probably only because they have a family to consider with their decor.
Pretty much why I never did, like, I didn't get a chance to like dive in the way I wanted to. But like, I love her. I'm like looking at one of her right now. Like, I love her so much, and there's a problem that I'm having. Because when you look at Hello Kitty, she has whiskers. She has ears.
Her head is shaped like a cat head.
It's
animated cat head. Yeah,
it's a cat head. But once again, Sanrio is here to remind you that she is not a fucking cat, but she got whiskers.
And
her ears are up here.
What girl looks, and she looks like her pet cat.
Like her cat looked like her. You're right.
Because
so guys, she's never been a cat. She's not a cat, and she don't understand. And Sanrio doesn't understand why you guys keep saying she's a cat.
Okay, you don't understand. Okay. Okay, you don't understand. All right.
They just like Hello Kitty's been out since the 70s.
A whole cat the entire time.
The entire time.
Like, what are we doing? What is happening? And I've never heard this before. You sent me this.
Really?
I never. This has been a very actually traumatic time in my life, as my entire childhood. Thank God Steve was here to.
Oh my God! Let's take a quick moment to tell. Let me tell y'all how Steve literally made me feel good this morning.
Yep. Last night for me. Yep.
Steve from fucking Blue's Clues. You know how he just abruptly left, went to college, was like, here go this other nigga, he cool or whatever. And then he just bounced. He had his whole like thing just kind of like checking up on us because like we're older now. Like, and just like
so dope.
It really was like, and he like looked at us and was like telling us how proud of us he was.
And
like,
that he understands how hard it is for us right now, and how hard it's been for him, and he knows that we get it, and said we look good, and said whatever we're doing.
Really said whatever I'm doing, keep it up. Like,
right. Like, I needed that. Like, I really did not know I needed that, but he knew. Of course he knew.
He knew.
He apologized for like
just abruptly leaving the way that he did.
Can we talk about that? When most people would not want to have that uncomfortable conversation where they got to own up to their bull.
Yeah.
Steve.
He was like, I went to college or whatever, but like, really, I shouldn't have left y'all hanging. Like,
right.
So like, wow, that shit is 25 years old. Can you believe it? Yes, I can.
I didn't need that either, but it's fine.
Oh, to remind you how long ago it was.
Nah,
Steve was.
but at least he made me feel good by popping back up, not this trauma of I'm questioning this Hello Kitty. Like, I'm really questioning a lot of things that it's a cat. I need y'all to quit lying, really.
So let's talk about it. Kitty is just her nickname.
Now
her first name. It's her first name. Sorry. Her name is Kitty White. Because she a white cat.
Right. Okay. Are we being
Her name is Kitty White. She was born in the suburbs of London. She lives with her parents and her twin sister Mimi. We know her though, who is her best friend. Her hobbies include baking cookies and making new friends, but not being a cat, apparently. How is she not a fucking cat? If she didn't have whiskers, maybe I'll let you go with her ears on top of her head. Like,
nah, I ain't never seen a human like that. You trying to say that's what they look like in London? Like, that's what you're trying to say? That's how
people look in London.
That's your interpretation of Londonians.
Londonians.
Like, what is happening? That is a cat, and like, okay, if she had maybe a beard, because sometimes females have, not little girls usually, but sometimes females have facial hair. You know what I'm saying? But whiskers, there is no human being that has whiskers over there like cats. Like, what are we doing right now? Why are you lying? You're lying.
Well, they say that Hello Kitty is not a cat. She's a cartoon character. So you can draw a cartoon character however you want. And it's a little girl. They say she is a friend, Tamara,
why she
but not a cat.
Why she look just like her cat pet, though? Pet cat then.
So they say that the difference between Charmy Kitty and Hello Kitty is that she's never depicted on all fours. She walks and sits like a two-legged creature, and she does have a pet cat that does walk on all fours. See, but then okay, this opens up a whole other Pandora's box, because then, remember when they were saying Goofy wasn't a dog?
Mm-hmm.
And that's bullshit?
Mm-hmm.
Because he's clearly a fucking dog? Mm-hmm. They're trying to say he was a cat or some stupid shit? How is he a fucking cat? What cat has fucking protruding ass fucking noses? Literally, I just think people are punking us. I think you're right.
Yeah, because I know you see a cat when you look at that. Like, ain't no way you look at that and you say, nah, I don't see it. You know what I'm saying? Like, did Stevie Wonder? Is he the creator? Because that's the only way that it can make sense, is if a blind person, because Hello Kitty just looks just like her cat. Yeah, might be on all fours.
Hold on a second, because I don't know. Let's see. They looking a little different. I'm just kidding.
I'm gonna say, Chris, don't do this. don't. We got to stand firm on this. Ain't no.
So that's Charmy Kitty and that's Hello Kitty. So they saying because Charmy is on all fours and she got a tail and she got like furrier ears than Hello Kitty, that's why she a cat.
Listen, just because her ears got a part in it and Hello Kitty's ears is slicked together because she got the slick back, don't mean it's not the same, because the whiskers, the eyes, the nose,
the face is all the same.
Like, the bow, like the shape of the head. What is happening?
She's a little girl. So stop saying that she's not. So, yeah, I don't really know what they want me to do with this information except keep calling her a cat. So, there's a Hello Kitty rice cooker. Sorry, I'm on the Sanrio website, but it's also $203. Like,
for a little girl.
Let's move on. For a little girl ass rice cooker. Okay, let's move on. Um, y'all niggas love TikTok. And there was a girl on TikTok recently that basically was saying how she was lying to her boyfriend. And she basically revealed that like he pays everything. He pays the rent, and he also pays for it. From what the TikTok stated, basically he pays for all the bills and the rental. And then at the end of the TikTok, it freezes like it's like having like a fucking spasmodic attack, because up top it says that he doesn't know that she's the landlord of the place that they're staying. And so his direct deposits go straight to her for the rent. She's owned the place for 5 years now.
I had lots of questions.
So just to recap, and then we'll open it up for questions. A girl has a apartment or a house or whatever. She owns it. She has a boyfriend. They move into it. He doesn't know that she owns it. He's paying her rent without knowing that he's paying her rent on top of all other bills. Let's talk about it.
Okay, so when I first saw this, or when I see anything on the internet, I just have to wonder, like, the person that they're putting on blast that supposedly doesn't know what's going on, are they in a cave without internet access? Do they not have friends that have internet access? Because let me see Bodyguard on TikTok talking about anything that don't sound right, and the first thing is going to get sent to the group chat. So that's number one. Does her man live in a cave without friends? Because you really put this on TikTok of all places, like the most public social media platform, because you don't even got to follow people to see. I don't even have
to have an account to see this shit.
That too. But also, it sounds like some bull. Honestly, it sounds like she just wanted to go viral, because how? Like, and I guess maybe somebody might just give money, but if he's paying the rent to who? Did she set it up, or like how does he not know that it's not?
Did maybe they get this? Was like, oh, I found this place, like.
And then also, what is your point? If he was willing to pay all the bills anyway, why are you scamming him ultimately, basically, and keeping the money? I think, or I don't know what's happening.
Here's my question, right? Because like as a landlord, people are you have a mortgage, right? Mm-hmm. And that mortgage is usually like fractions of what you can charge people to rent. Mm-hmm. So that's my question: is are you lying to him about owning this place, and also are you charging him what you would be charging anyone else?
Yeah.
Because then, like, let's say you don't really you don't really know how deep y'all are gonna get, and maybe you don't want to divulge all of the things that you have your money in, right? Mm-hmm. But then don't charge but are you charging a man $1,300 for something that you paid $300 for a month?
Because that's fucked up.
Because that's fucked up.
Again,
now if you say, oh, I found this place that's a steal and it's only $900.
And this is where I think it's some bull, because why would you tell the internet before you tell your man? Like, maybe
she was breaking up with him.
It gotta be. It can't be that you just humiliated him. I don't know them, but now I know what she done did. It can't be you respect him, you care about him, because why would you do that to him? And even if you're a couple that pranks, that's hella extreme. Like, that's years.
A year. They've lived in this place for a year.
Yeah, that's. Oh, okay. Either way, I don't care. If it's a month, that's still grimy. Like, yeah, what are you doing? It is. Wow.
And she looked very proud of herself.
That part.
So
Yeah, he gonna
I
be
think it might
mad.
be.
Hell yeah, he gonna be mad. What you mean you think he gonna be mad?
He gonna be
People
mad.
say anything for clout though. I don't think it's
I
real.
don't believe it's real.
I don't think it's that he really like if it's real, maybe, but I don't think it's that he doesn't know. I think maybe you told him and now you cuz you can't be that stupid to think that if you put something out there he's not going to find out and then
Right.
what because you bragging about it talking about you think he going to be mad so you making a mockery of him like I feel like that would make him madder than the actual act of what you did simply because you embarrassed him in front of the whole world. Mm-mm-mm.
And so if he's making direct deposits to the landlord, then it's in his name.
This is where I'm confused because how did she get this set up without him like
knowing that she owns the place?
yeah, because it doesn't make sense to me. Because you have to sign a lease. So did you forge a like fake name or do you have like a leasing
Does he
company?
not know your real name?
Yeah, like I have so many questions.
I do.
Because it doesn't make sense because you have to sign a lease. If it's in his name, he had to sign the lease. What is that? That's why I don't believe it. I feel like it's some bull.
I think talking it out, I think we definitely did fucking debunk this. This just doesn't make sense to me that it would be real. All right, so speaking of some other shit that don't make sense to me, but was real. A man in Louisiana.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, so let's talk about this, right? Friday. Ezel, right?
Okay.
My neck and my back. Like, we've all thought, right? Yo, I should just fall right here. Like, we've all thought that. I should just trip right here and just.
You know how much you could get for a slip and fall in the stove? I've said those exact words. In my life.
So, like, we've all like been like, man, I should just. But a guy was pulling out of a parking lot with his Tesla, and a Louisiana man thought that he would just like fall,
slow fall,
and very slow fall,
slow
like, didn't want to scuff
carefully,
his knees.
Exactly, and then placed his foot up
on the car
ever so strategically.
Goodness gracious. Y'all, I don't. The problem with this, right, is that Teslas be having, like, let's back up. Toyotas be having backup cameras. So this is not like a super smart car. Like, this is not. He could have done this to a Hyundai, and they would have saw him faking this. Okay.
My Equinox has a backup camera.
Chevys have backup cameras. Okay. So what I'm trying to say is that this is not Tesla outsmarting niggas, right? This is literally just a nigga that's just so fucking stupid. Okay. So he gently places his foot up on the car. The person literally, because he knows he didn't hit him,
right,
literally just continues to maneuver around him and fucking leaves.
That was the best part. I love though when he came and kicked his foot off his car. Yes, that was my favorite part. And then left.
He did. He kicked his like, get your fucking foot off my car, nigga. And then he got in the car and then maneuvered around him because all of those good cameras that he got.
Right, let you know
that I did not hit you. So he fucking drives off. The dude, he starts pointing to the crowd like, yo, like, this man just hit me. He called, made a police report saying that he got hit by the Tesla in the gas station parking lot. Of course, you know, the cops doing their job sometimes, found the Tesla and obviously got the footage.
Now that's what I was impressed with. That's what I don't understand. Which I'm like, does my car do that? Like, I might have to investigate.
Like, can you see what was behind you yesterday? Like,
yeah, because I didn't know that was a thing. That I was kind of impressed with. But I mean, it makes sense for a Tesla. My car don't do all that to my
nah.
knowledge, but
Right.
I didn't
Maybe
know that
Tesla
was a
like send it.
thing.
Or maybe you could like it's like a command. You could be like, yo, send me that fucking footage just in case or some shit. Like, I don't know.
That's pretty fancy.
It is pretty fancy. So anyway, all that fancy shit got this nigga arrested. For
Exactly. His fault.
yeah, basically. If you guys haven't seen the video, please watch the video. Literally just type in Tesla hit and run and it'll pop right up. Like, it's fucking hilarious. Like, it was just like the gingerness of the fall for me. Like,
And
okay.
let me put my foot up. Let me set it there.
So that I can prove that there's been contact.
Yeah, so you know how I'm coming.
Not no body thud or nothing. Just
He didn't even
just the
man.
foot. Just
See, had that have been me, you know what I'm saying?
right.
It would have been a lot more dramatic than that. Like it would
so
have been
much.
way more believable. It would have been, if we want to go back to the actors that we discussed earlier, it'd probably be more on the Terrence Howard scale than the Tyrese scale of acting. You know?
Very much so.
Yeah, like
he was giving me very much a Roman Pierce.
Like
vibe.
I would have, you know what I'm saying? Like you put your whole body into it, flail your arms so it looks like you're out of control. Like
I would have personally kind of done the like where it looks like the back of the car hit me in the stomach. So I'm doing like this.
So you ain't even gotta fall all like that.
Like,
yes, yes.
I think that's what I would have done. So
yeah, that makes sense. Way more sense than what he did, anyways.
It almost makes me feel like he was like he had no idea to think to do that, and so he was like, "Oh shit, a Tesla!" Like,
he got money.
He just like,
yeah.
All right. So speaking of 911 and crazy shit. We don't have much information about this story because the girl is still at large. But a 25-year-old 911 dispatcher in New Orleans is wanted because she's been hanging up on emergency callers. She would not like get any necessary information to, like, you know how like when you hear a 911 call and they'd be like, okay, we're gonna get somebody over to you, and they'd be like, hey, car, whatever, or whoever, however the fuck they be talking to them, and they'd be like telling like, oh, it's a 25-year-old male, this is where he at, blah, blah, blah. And then she's not giving any of that information to these people. She's just like, oh, okay then, and then hang up. Like 911 callers are supposed to like stay on the line with you, make sure everything's good until the people actually arrive at the location. She's just like, hello? Oh, that's crazy. Okay. And you see how my hands ain't moving because I'm not writing nothing down? Okay. Got it. Absolutely. For sure. Okay, girl, bye. And then she just hang up and keep playing on her phone. Like, I don't understand. Like, what is you doing? This is just another example, guys, how I feel like I've said it like 3 times now. We are in a point in the country where niggas have jobs that don't deserve the jobs that they have. Because it's simply a type of personality, I think, that you have to be a 911 caller.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And she knows she don't have that personality.
Yeah.
She don't even want to take a message. Like, she don't even want a 3-way call. Like, she ain't even trying to finish the 3-way call though. Like,
yeah, I'm mad she looks like us because that
she does. She is a black girl, guys. Unfortunately,
that just makes it worse.
Worse.
I guess the whole warrant thing, and I'm guessing that's the part that I'm kind of like, that seems extreme. I'm sure there's some reason they put it in there. I saw what they said. That don't mean I agree with it. Fire her, yes, absolutely. But I just think having a warrant out for her arrest, I mean, I guess I get it because the whole crimes are being committed, but
I mean, yeah, because when we hear more information about it, will we hear that like there could have been a life that was saved?
Yeah, I guess because we don't have enough information now is why. Like when I was
Because we don't have
reading it and I saw that it said wanted in the caption, but somehow in my mind I thought there'd be more information in the story. And so then when I was like, oh, that's it.
That's
So
it.
okay, yeah.
Yep. Yep. That's it. It's just like, again, guys, like we're at that point where like people just are in positions where they don't necessarily need to be in. And I was speaking of just like jobs. I also saw something earlier today where people were saying how like there are people that are like actively looking for jobs, and for some reason, for some reason, under whatever circumstances, people just aren't hiring now. Like, even though everybody is swearing to God that they're hiring, they're not actually hiring. I don't know if this has anything to do with like them trying to wait for unemployment to run out or whatever the case may be. So you've got one side of the spectrum that can't get jobs that they are probably qualified for. And then on the other side, you got people that are completely not qualified that are doing these super important jobs in the community that they aren't take understanding the full weight of that, you know?
And you sent us that, and I didn't read the article because it was a screenshot, but the article with the ATS application tracking software that
That too.
was accidentally like qualified candidates getting denied, and I'm just like, dang, what happened? Because and how did they find out? And I had so many questions, but I didn't obviously look it up, so clearly I don't have answers. But that is, yeah, you see a lot of people, even like people in positions of management that are not leaders. Like just because you have the title of supervisor does not mean you know how to lead, train, equip,
Right.
all of these important skills of being a boss. And you often see people, and I can't even say we have the pandemic as the excuse. I wonder how long she worked there. Like, was it she just started there, or was it she have been there and she was tired? Like, those were questions I
Right.
had.
Like, is it something that she's always done,
Yeah,
or
because that's crazy if she's always done that and they're just finding out. So like it can't be that, because I feel like they record all of those calls, and so I would hope some sort of quality assurance is monitoring all of those calls. Otherwise, then there's a disconnect there too. But yeah,
they
that's
even have a cash reward for her, like on tips for her.
it's
Twenty
real
five
out
hundred
here.
dollars. This is as early as of yesterday.
Mm.
$2,500 according to the police department's Facebook post. They're willing to give for any tips that lead her to being arrested.
It's real out here. Could you
They,
imagine? Could you imagine basically quitting your job and having to be on the run because of the type of job you had? And like,
bitch,
because
and what
that's
she was
basically
doing.
what she did, is just quit her job. Like, that's crazy. I mean, I
Yeah,
get the
but like that
job.
is literally what she did, right?
Yeah, she quit her job and now she gonna go to jail. Like,
They said that they had noticed some issues with some calls that she had on August 20th and 21st. Um, wait, hold on, wait. When the New Orleans Parish Communication District was checking the quality of random calls, they noticed issues with calls made during Stevens' shifts on August 21st and 20th, or 20th and 21st. She was later fired from her position
okay, so then what's happening? I don't get it.
because I guess she was supposed to be fired and then charges were going to come up because of it. So they removed her from the job so that she wouldn't do that no more. And then I'm assuming that they were going to arrest her as well as make her like take her job from her.
It
And
gotta
then
be
she
somebody
dipped.
died or something, because ain't no way if nothing happened to anyone. And I've never been a 911 dispatcher. I couldn't, just
Right.
because I couldn't hear crazy things happening. Like if somebody's getting shot at or stabbed and you're screaming on the phone, I don't need that. But
Yeah.
I don't know what, type of documents they sign when they get hired, but it has to be in my mind that somebody died or something on the calls that were suspect or whatever, because otherwise firing her should have been sufficient if nobody got hurt.
They're charging her with malfeasance in office, which carries a 5-year prison
Which
sentence.
I don't know what malfeasance is.
It's
And
just
I
like fucking doing diabolical shit. Like it's just
oh.
like it's basically like wrongful conduct, like intentionally.
Come
Like
on, journalism degree. Come on.
like you doing something that's hella wrong, and you know, like in every fiber of your bone that shit
Mm,
is not right, and that it goes against like the cores of whatever you're supposed to be doing, basically.
okay,
Like
that makes more
yeah.
sense,
So
especially for that
um
job.
so yeah. So I don't know. 5 years in prison though. Whenever they find her,
That's
that's
wild.
crazy. So we're on the last one too. So that's really the hateration. Okay, so Baltimore City Public Schools are offering to pay several hundred parents to transport their own damn kids to school this month.
Mm.
The reason is because on the first day of school, 30 fucking bus drivers just didn't show up.
Girl, that's crazy. On the first day, like
Listen,
you ain't even dealt with no kids yet, and you quitting already. Mm-mm-mm.
first day, and you just like, nah, I ain't gonna make it.
Right. That's crazy.
So what they're trying to do is they're gonna offer a $250 stipend. And basically it's supposed to cover all of the expenses that it would cost you to take and get your kid from school every day.
Mm-hmm.
So it sounds good until you break down that everybody don't have a car,
That.
until you break down how much Uber is charging a one
Mm-hmm.
way, until you
Mm-hmm.
break down how much gas is costing. When you break down, do you have a job that is allows you to just leave to go get your kids, or
Mm-hmm.
where your shift is already done?
Mm-hmm.
It just brings up a lot of other questions. And while I understand the point of it and I understand what they're trying to do, because they can't get your kid to school, so they're trying to offer some kind of help to do that, and I totally get that. But I just this throwing money at a situation doesn't always help it. Like sometimes you have to get to the root of it and figure out what you need to do to make these bus drivers happy.
Also, like, because I know, like, when I was taking Janae to school, it's a good 30-minute drive there and back. That's just for me to take her to school. And then there'd be
Mm-hmm.
the days that I would have to pick her up if I couldn't have a ride set up for her.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot of gas. And so I was not a fan of the fact that it seems like it's a reimbursement, which is
Right.
where you're paid after the fact if your child has, what did it say, 95%
95% perfect attendance, basically.
attendance. But what type of financial strain is that putting on even the parents that do have a car and gas money and all that stuff? How far are they away from the school? Like, all of these things matter. And so you throw in this little stipend after the fact, we don't even know if they can afford it.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
So you're giving me $250 after the fact I've spent 300.
Mm-hmm.
You know, a lot of the bus drivers are. I mean, basically they're not showing up because of conditions. They're saying the buses are old. They don't have proper air
Mm,
conditioning, and they just don't. They don't see the risk of them being a hot ass bus for two times a day. Like
which I don't blame them.
dealing with your loud ass kids.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I don't know what's gonna happen with that. Our one of the mothers that they offered it to her, like basically she's just like she would have to go and use like Lyft and Uber, and we're talking like $10-$12 one way,
Mm-hmm.
depending on how far the school is too. Because if they got to be bused, then it's not in walking distance.
Exactly. It's usually so many miles away,
Yep,
minimum.
yep,
Yeah, that's
yeah.
crazy.
So I don't know. I don't know what's happening. Y'all just need to fucking treat these fucking school teachers and these fucking bus drivers way better than y'all do. Like
Mm-hmm.
that's basically what it boils down to. Like, why offering money to make the parents come instead of offering money to get the school buses fixed, get the air conditioning in. Like
That
they're
part.
they're asking for like minimal things here, guys. Like
That part.
so. I don't know about some more. All right, but that's it, girl. We have reached all of our topics. It is now time for the one for the week. Mine is very quick and simple. Just surround yourself, guys, with people that you want to that want you to win as much as you want them to win. And also your affirmations don't have to be a one-way street. So every time you speak those words, speak that same energy into your friends. And that's my one for the week.
I like that. I like that. Mine is, I guess I'll try to summarize it. Own your stuff. You're not always right, and sometimes you do, even if unintentionally, offend people. Be open to receiving that feedback. I'm not saying if they're coming all sideways, but if somebody brings a concern to you, stop being so defensive, prideful, insecure, whatever it is that causes y'all out here in these streets to not want to receive feedback. You got to stop that. Like, be healthy in your relationships. Have positive people around you, absolutely, but don't be the toxic one around your positive friends. You know what I'm saying? Like, own your
that
stuff.
Part.
Yep.
For sure.
So that's my encouragement.
All right. Well, Tamara, if for some reason people don't know who you are, where they can find you, here is your time to shine, my baby.
Oh, yeah. I just feel like everybody should know me because of Podcast Happy Hour. Like that, like... Yeah, but I mean, in case you don't, you know what I'm saying? My name is Tamra, which if you're a regular listener of Chris, you've heard that before because
it's twice in the intro to
this you know what I'm saying? I host Tamra to the Break of Dawn podcast. New episodes drop every Thursday. You can find me on Twitter and IG. If you're watching, my social media handle is on the screen. It's at Tamra the underscore Dawn, TAMARA for Tamra, and then the THE underscore Dawn, DAWN. You can also find all my social media, blog, podcast, YouTube, you know what I'm saying? My consulting company, all of that stuff, you know, one-stop shop, even merchandise at tamrathedon.com. And yeah, follow me. I follow back. I like to interact with people. Just don't be on no bull. You feel me?
That's not about your shit today, bitch. Like,
oh my gosh. People have irritated me on, and that, you know, for me, that's a lot, but it's certain things that's like, why are you like this? Like, why? what are you doing?
Okay, guys. Well, that's it. I'm Chris. That's Tamra. Guys, thank you again. It's episode 132. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.
Bye.